So the video I'm about to play for you by Pastor Benny Hinn is quite shocking, but you see, Benny Hinn is actually opening up on this video and is really speaking out. But uh, I feel like he's signing out in a way because just by the tone that he has, his body language, it's like he's signing out or something. But he has regrets and he's actually sending some apologies. So I'm just gonna play for you this video and then I will just get back and just have a look at this. Yeah, so let's get in the video.
I remember Paul telling me he made mistakes by the truckloads. We all make mistakes. The two things I regret most in ministry: I was not too wise a number of times with prophecy. Number one, I had guests come to the crusades that I think brought harm to not only people's lives, but also to my reputation, because their prophecies were not really prophecy. They went outside the borders of redemption. Because anything that's outside redemption is not prophecy. We know, of course, that prophecy is for edification, exhortation, and comfort, but it must be within redemption. And when people come who go beyond that, we should not allow that. And sadly, I allowed it, and then I stopped. But that was years ago when I stopped. And then there were times when I thought God had showed me something that He wasn't showing me, and I spoke it out. But in 1 Corinthians 13, we see very clearly that we all prophesy in part. That means we don't see the full picture. And sadly, and I wish I can go back and fix it, but sadly, there were some prophecies I gave that were not accurate or from the Lord. But who's perfect? And for that, of course, I ask people to forgive me. I'm just human.
Wow.
And made mistakes like that. And I'll probably make them again, I suppose, down the road, because I'm not perfect. We will be perfect one day when we're with the Lord. As long as we're in this body that's imperfect, we're not going to make perfect decisions and even say the things we need to say or should say. But, you know, it's sad when people focus on the times you missed it. But that's just, you know, the way it is. Yet there were times when I did not miss it. And then the other one is prosperity. And that's been a very difficult one for me. When I started in ministry, it was simple. And then the ministry grew. I was invited to go to what they called praise-a-thons. And I think that's when my troubles began. I don't blame anyone. But sadly, you get kind of in a place that becomes difficult. You don't know what to do and how to get out of it. So I came to the conclusion in 2019 that I did not want to be a part of the gimmickry of it. And I still stand by that. But sadly, I let pressure get to me. And because of that pressure, I said things and did things I should not have done. And for that, really, I am sorry. And I ask the dear people watching us to really forgive me for that.
Wow.
And I'm striving with all my heart to be as biblical as possible with that. And frankly, you know, I'm kind of at the end of my road anyways. I don't see myself needing to do a whole lot of that down the road. But right now, my focus is the Lord and only the Lord. And if, of course, there will be the time when I may have to raise funds for our ministry, I will do it as biblically as I know how and balanced.
Can you explain that a little more?
Wow. Yeah. So the one that he's saying in 2019, where he decided to actually change the whole prophecy narrative, the prosperity narrative, sorry, is when actually he made that announcement. You remember, it's a video I actually posted. If you just check my other videos, you'll see it. Is where now Pastor Benny came on stage. He was there in Pastor Chris. He was with Pastor Chris, and then now he announced that now he has stopped the whole prosperity kind of gospel, and he said that is not what God wants. So that is what he's speaking about in 2019. But he's saying he actually didn't stop at that. But something that we have to admit, first of all, is that Hinn has been in the ministry for 50 years. He's saying that this year will be his 50th year. Just imagine serving God for 50 years and plus. Definitely, as a human being, you can't miss some mistakes. That is just a fact. But I respect that. He's just come out and he's stating his own mistakes, and he's saying and he's pointing them out. Clearly, he's really pointing them out. And yeah, that is something that is actually quite honorable. And yeah, I salute that. And just on this video, your Benny looks very old on these videos. He looks very old. Yeah, he looks very old. So in this video, I feel like he's signing out, and he wants his legacy to be clean. And first of all, I respect him just pointing out his mistakes, and definitely that can be a lesson even for those who are coming in ministry and all that. And even of late, we've been seeing the rise of so many people who are terming themselves as prophets and everything. So you just heard that Benny said there were times that he was prophesying and it wasn't prophecy actually from God. And people actually follow these prophecies. People follow these prophecies. Like I saw another one. There's a prophet who prophesied to a family and he asked actually the man in that house to take every saving he has and just to come and drop it at the altar that God has spoken to him. So whether it's God or whether it's not God, I don't know. But a lesson from Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn just said it clearly. He said there are times that he prophesied and it wasn't from God. And he's regretting it right now. He's saying that was actually part of the mistakes that he has made in his journey. But yeah, he's really tried serving God for 50 years and plus. That is something for us just to applaud and to, yeah, that is quite amazing. That is quite amazing. Yeah, so that is what's up. And there's a video that Mike Winger did. It was like 4 or 5 hours where he was just highlighting Benny Hinn and all the mistakes and everything, just the way Benny is saying that people are always highlighting the mistakes more rather than the good. Yeah, so there's a video that Mike Winger did actually, and he highlighted so many of them. And yeah, if Benny is coming out and he's actually just apologizing and regretting some of those things, then that's quite amazing. You know, I've seen a couple of men of God who are always attacking. They're always attacking actually people who are online, like me and the rest, and Mike Wing, and they're like, hey, stop listening to those guys out online right there who are picking. Maybe we are just selecting parts from preachings, and we are actually saying that maybe this is not how it's supposed to be, and XYZ. So they have been attacking that. Even Prophet LOVY, I've had a couple of times him attacking that and everything. But now, if Pastor Ben is coming out and he's saying that those were part of the mistakes that he did, is regretting that, then definitely that gives us good credibility. That makes our work credible, because it's just we just don't say, we are not blabbering really, but before we come out and say what we are saying, we've done our homework, we've already studied whatever we need to study, we've already done solid research. So I'm not talking generally for the masses, but I know a good number of people, and the ones that I follow as well, definitely people have done good homework. So it is what it is, and even the times that we are in, this is how information is. It's no longer about the traditional media, but this is now the new media. So this is how it is right now. Yeah, but that is apology from Pastor Benny. I'd like to know what you think about it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video.